Hi everyone, I'm so excited. The last time I was shooting YouTube videos, it was my first time, so I was really nervous, but this time I feel really free and I feel like I can just see you guys, and your reception has been amazing. So let's just go straight to the point. So the question I'm answering for you guys today: should I start hiring for my business now? Let me first start by telling you guys my story. Honestly, this is one of my biggest regrets. I waited so long before I started hiring. I started my business in 2013. I was selling women's shoes. Name of my business is The Shoe Shop, by the way. You can go to theshoeshop.ng if you want to shop, and we have free nationwide delivery. You can also find us on Instagram at theshoeshop.nig. I'll put the link in the description box to make it easier for you. Now, back to what I was saying. So I started my business in 2013, and it started out really good. And to be honest, as soon as I started, I already started making sales. So like before the business even started, I already started doing like some hype on like social media, like coming soon hype. So by the time the shoes arrived, people were ready. They had their money ready, they had everything ready, and it wasn't difficult. So the business picked up very quickly, and I already started doing so much very quickly. I used to do everything by myself. I'll take the orders, I'll package the shoes, and do you know the worst part? I'll even go and deliver it by myself. I used to do everything. And it was okay at first. But then even as the business started growing and many more people in Abuja started getting to know us, I still refused to hire. I left my parents' house, I moved to my first store, I refused to hire. So literally, people would like call me in the middle of me doing something else at home, and I would rush out from home and rush to the shop. It was ridiculous. Now looking back, I'm trying to figure out what was my thought process, what was going through my mind, why did I not hire? So I believe that my business would have grown better, bigger, and much faster if I had hired, say, around 2015 instead of waiting until 2018 for my first hire. It was when I remember I was going to Canada. In fact, when I was even going to America in 2016 to have my first baby, I didn't hire. I went to America and I was just using people. Please help me go to the shop, pack this on. Or I'll tell my husband, baby, help me go to the shop, arrange this one. Baby, help me call this person. I was just doing anyhow. In fact, let's say I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of how much time I took. I was just loafing. I wasn't serious. Now, 2018, the business had grown even bigger. Then I was going to have my second baby in Canada, and I was like, do you know what? Let me just hire someone. So I hired a few months before I traveled. And this person I hired, her name is Juliet. She's still with us today. Amazing person. I would not trade Juliet for anybody in the world. She's a fantastic person. So 2018, Juliet joined the team, and that's when, 2018, Juliet came. By 2019, I had my second hire. In fact, now this is 2021, and now we're like 10 people plus. So we're doing like really good. So I remember that even deliveries then, I used to drive to different corridors, strange places in Abuja just to go and make deliveries when I could have hired. Anyway, so I took time, before doing this video, I sat down and said, let me think, why did it take me so long? And I did that because I also want to understand why other people may also be having like similar, delays and convincing themselves that it's not time to hire. Why did it take me so long, and why is it taking you so long to hire? So the first thing was that for me, I have my charter here, by the way, because I want to be very coherent. I want to drop like bombs for you guys. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So back to it. So I felt at first one of my major reasons was that I felt like no one could do it like me, and it's true. Let me not lie. Nobody can do my business like me. I'm the one who has the vision. I'm the one who has the goals. I'm the one who really cares about it. Nobody can do it like me, but somebody can get it 95% right. You get? So while you have that mindset of, oh, nobody can do it like you, some people will do it very well. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't give up that 95% because you're looking for someone that can do it 100% like you. You will never find that person. Accept it today, know this, and know peace. Okay? So let's keep it moving. So if you want your business to grow, be open to the idea that you will in fact bring on people, and these people will never do it like you, but they definitely have the potential to do it well. And of course, they can only do it well if you hire someone that is skilled. You hear me? Hire someone that is skilled. A lot of the time, we want to hire unskilled hands. You just want to look for one person, one girl, one boy, pay the person 25,000. Yeah, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. I'll share more information on that later. Second reason why I was sort of reluctant to hire. I felt man, that's how I go and bring one sales girl now, go and bring one sales boy now, person will steal from me. A lot of people are worried about this, and it is a legitimate fear. I don't judge you, I don't blame you, I'm just telling you what may be going through your mind. And it's true, they can steal from you, but you need to establish your system in such a way that your system is almost theft proof. There's no system that is completely theft proof, but almost theft proof. And how can you do this? Either you set up CCTV, which is like surveillance camera, to make sure that you can see your people at every time. I know, like, somebody was telling me about her friend who, like, even from Dubai, she could see what her staff were doing from her phone. Her staff were in Nigeria, she was in Dubai, she could see everything from her phone. So get one of those cams that you can use to monitor. But then again, you know, that one just is that one can be, you know, a bit demanding on you, because you just have to keep watching and checking. Another fantastic thing to do to reduce the possibility of being stolen from is automation. Automate your processes to the extent that most of your processes are online. Like for the shoe shop, we use Shopify. Our processes are online. All the inventory is online. So no matter where I am in the world, I know exactly how many shoes we have in the shop right now. Do you get? I know how many sales we made yesterday. Also, another thing you can do with automation is that it lets you see your money as it comes in, as it goes out. Keep the system automated. Look, check out Shopify. If Shopify doesn't work, check out Equid. There's also something called Wix.com. I think I'll also do a different YouTube video talking about like the different types of like ways you can set up an automation system or a website for your business. Another fantastic way to reduce the possibility of being stolen from is if you separate your tasks, something called separation of tasks. So make sure that the person that collects money is not the same person that receives your inventory. This person that attends to customers is not the same person that dispatches. Make it a completely separate process. If you separate the processes, then the chances that you can be stolen from are fewer, unless everybody on your team now colludes to steal from you. Finally, I thought that I could not afford it. Now, this is a very yes or no question. Either you can afford it or you can't, and you need to find out if you can afford it or not. And the best way to know if you can afford it, if you keep monthly or weekly records. This is another mistake I made in my business, side eye to myself, but then I probably do a completely different video explaining this. I did not keep enough records. You know, you'll be talking to a business in Yankee or a business in like the United Kingdom, and they'll tell you that, oh, you know, since we established our business in 2013, we've sold 1,000 bottles of juice. And in Nigeria, like, and we shall make sales, You get, like, it's completely different. So most businesses don't keep records. Most small businesses, Instagram businesses, I'm just running it from home. Oh, I'm doing it as a side hustle. Most of us don't keep records. But of course, recently we started keeping records, and it's the best thing. In fact, I will do a completely different video on all the benefits, on how to do it, on why you should do it. Watch out for that in the coming weeks. And then what you need to have is a profit and loss expense. This is how much we spent, this is how much we made. If you know how much you make every month, then you can comfortably answer the question of whether or not you can afford to employ. I was so sure that I could not afford to continue paying salaries. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to employ anybody if I cannot pay salary. If I had been doing my numbers, I would have known that, oh, we actually can afford to hire. Let's go on to considering your checklist. So follow this checklist, and if you tick any of the one or more of the following boxes, then you should definitely start hiring for your business. Okay, so first off, if you find that you keep doing, let's just say, repetitive, routine tasks that anybody can do that don't require any special skills, then you should probably hire. And the reason is, as the CEO of your business, your number one task is to ensure that you find ways for your business to make more and more sales. That is your number one task. Expanding your business, expanding your revenue, increasing your sales. But instead of doing that, you're not packing cream. You are sewing with on. You are delivering shoes, just like me. Instead of focusing on the actual things that will make your business grow, you're now doing things that, to be honest, if you hired anybody from anywhere, the person can do it. So once you find yourself doing all those things, girl, you need to take a step back and say, okay, I think I can hire somebody to do this particular thing so that I can focus. For example, let's say you're a baker. What you do is bake. Let's say in your baking process, mixing takes 45 minutes per cake, and you bake 10 cakes in a day, or you bake 6 cakes in a day. Multiply the time. You can already say that you're spending so much of your time doing something that, to be honest, if you hire somebody to work with your mixer and you train the person can mix it. Then you can focus on the other bits, the marketing, the ads. Do you understand what I'm saying? please do good to yourself and consider hiring. Now, also think about this. Like, this is like point number 2 if you're looking at a checklist. Remember, if you tick one or more of these boxes, in fact, you only need to tick one of these boxes. If you tick more than one, it means you really need to hire. So another thing you need to consider is, as to whether or not to hire, is, can your business afford this? So I mentioned this earlier. You need to do a weekly or monthly profit or loss calculation. You just need to know, can my business afford it? If your business can afford it, please hire. This life is one. Don't come and kill yourself on top of business. You understand? Now, another thing to consider as to whether or not to hire is, do you have a 9-to-5 job or another job that takes up a lot of your time? For example, if you're a mom, being a mom is a whole job on its own. So the fact that you're a mom and you have one other business that you're doing, girl, that means you have 2 jobs. You get me? It means you have 2 jobs. And if you have more than 1 child, that means you have 3 jobs. Like, if you have 2 kids, it means you have your first child, your second child, and then your job. Just like what I'm saying. So if you have any other thing that competes with your time and your attention, girl, you better hire. And for me, like, this is something that I didn't learn on time. I was a mom, I was a lawyer, and I was still selling shoes. So my shoes business was suffering. When it ought to have been growing, it was suffering because I was like, I can do it. Do you understand? So your operations, imagine that, for example, you have a job that doesn't let you take calls while you're at work. So what will you do? You not hire. I'm looking at you side eye. Yeah, you. Anyway, moving forward, am I ready to pay well and train well? If you want minimum commitment, then pay minimum wage. Pay 30k. Pay NYSC money. It's 30k now. Wumi, is it 30k or 33k? 33k, 30k, what's the difference? If you want minimum commitment, pay minimum money. You get. But if you want quality people, and let me tell you this, I'd rather not pay myself so much, than, like, I'd rather reduce what I'm paying myself and pay somebody well than for me to just hire anyhow. And then the person will now be giving me headache, and I'll be shouting, Margaret! You understand what I'm saying? So think that, am I ready to pay somebody well, and am I ready to train well? And this is where the training thing comes into play. You guys, listen to me. If nothing I said on this call is important, on this video is important, this part is very important. Ask yourself, am I ready to introduce structure into my business? The biggest mistake that a lot of us make in hiring, and I'm not judging because I make mistakes too. A lot of us make this mistake in hiring, and I'm not judging because I made a mistake before. We hire people and we use our mouths to communicate our vision to them. See, if you use your mouth to communicate your vision to your staff, you end up using that same mouth to shout with frustration. You keep shouting, you keep screaming, you did not do this one, is this time you're supposed to resume? You need to introduce structure into your business. And how do you do it? In 2 sentences, let me tell you what structure is. Structure means, 1, you document your processes, your rules, and your regulations. That's 1. 2, it means that you monitor compliance with these rules and regulations, and that you reward positive behavior and penalize poor conduct. That's what structure means. Let me tell you guys, see, since the day that I introduced structure into my business, I bless God for that blessed day. I can stay at home for weeks on end and not enter my shop, and my business is moving, sales are going, my staff everything is going well, my customers are not calling me to tell me that my staff have burnt down my business. Are you listening to me? Since that day, I don't even need to shout at anybody anymore. It doesn't mean I don't get upset when they do things that I'm like, but you know better, but your structure document says better. It doesn't mean I don't get upset. It just means that I don't have to shout. The penalty is clear. Everything is clear, and it means that when people do well, I can reward them because they have incentive to do well because they see that the book says clearly that if I do XYZ, I will be rewarded. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you want me to take you through structure, you might need to book like a consultation, because I can't use a YouTube video to talk about structure, because structure is everything. Structure is life. Structure is fun. Structure is sweet. It took me almost 2 years to finish developing all my structure business documents for my business. So if your business is still small, my advice is that you start doing it now, so that as your business grows, you keep expanding your structure documents. You will not be like me. I was throughout lockdown. That's the only thing I did. Even after lockdown ended, I was still drafting structured documents, editing, re-editing. So if you have a small business, start it now. It's only you. Start documenting your processes now. In fact, don't let me use this whole video to talk about structure. Two major two major authorities on structure that I know, Coach Nancy and Tracy Diamonds. Okay, how do I don't know, maybe I'll put their Instagram handles in the description box. Go on, book consultations with these women, talk to them. They are experts. Everything I know about structure, I learned from these two people. Do you get? If you want me to help you as well, I can help you, but like, you have to book me, because it takes time and it takes a lot of effort, but it's something I can definitely walk you through the process. So that's about it on deciding when it's best to hire and when to hire, when not to hire. My next video, I'll probably do something on, I want to do something on Instagrammable posts, and basically how to get your post to be Instagrammable. And then I'll probably do one on structure as well. But right now, I just want to say thank you for watching. Please like this video, share it to your friends, and subscribe.